Look who's making a comeback on my YouTube channel. And actually, I have a special guest, my younger sister, Tabby.
Hello!
This is my little sister. She has never been on the channel before. And when I say little, she's in her mid-20s. So like she's a whole ass adult. But to me, still my baby sissy. So, Tab, give us a little introduction on what you're doing with me today.
Okay, well, first of all, I am just as much, if not more, of a nerd of Avatar than is Jess, so I had to get a ride on Appa. I've never been on a bike before.
Ever.
And
your first bike is a big ass, loud, gurgly Harley Davidson.
Yeah. I'm very excited. I actually cannot believe I've never been on the back of a bike. I had to think about it, and you were like, if you have to think, then you have it.
If you have to think, you've never been on the back. So once Tabby found out that I was interested in selling Appa, she instantly texted me, and she's like, yeah, well, first of all, she's like, I want to buy it.
Let me buy it.
This girl's never ridden a motorcycle in her life, let alone, she can't buy this one. I'm not going to let her. But she said, before you sell it, please, can you take me on a ride? And I said, absolutely. So in today's video, I'm taking my younger sister on her very first motorcycle ride. So let's gear up. Okay, Tabby, so you've never been on the back of a motorcycle. The thing that you have to know as a passenger is this will be easier because you can just lean back. But when you're riding, if we're leaning into a corner, you sit back and you go with the flow. Like, you don't actually have to lean your body. I will do that and the bike will do that. You just sit there. Since you do have a sissy bar and a big backrest, you don't have to hold on to me. But if you want to hold on to your sissy, you can.
I have my sissy bar. I got a sissy back, I got a sissy bar.
So when you get on, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to get on my bike first. I'm going to stand it up, and then you can hold on to my shoulder. You can honestly just like step over if you want to, but what you're going to do is you're going to put your foot on this peg and then lift yourself up. And then there's another peg over here, and you'll sit down.
Perfect. Cool. So, it's a good thing I got leg flexibility. Shit. Oh my gosh, there's like a whole divot because...
Damn it.
Oh shit, that's like new? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that just happened. So
ready?
Go ahead and step on. You can hold on to my shoulder if you need to.
Got you. 1, 2. Hup. There we are.
Just like that. Easy peasy.
Excellent.
Alrighty, now I'm going to...
Let's get her revved up.
Start the bike. Let me put my sunglasses down. All right, are you all comfortable? You ready?
I am comfy. I am ready to rock and roll.
All right, so you've probably been on here a mile. What do you think?
I am just loving it. Like, there's something about the way a bike sounds when you're just, driving by or anything like that, but being on it is like, man, just the absolute power that it sends through your body. It reminds me of being at like a concert or something, like a show where it really just like shoots through your spine and you feel it in your bones. I feel it in my lungs.
It does give you like a crazy sense of adrenaline. I remember the very first time I rode and I got to shift up into like second gear and I actually got to like ride and not worry about the clutch. And I was just like, holy shit, I'm addicted to this feeling. I want to do this all the time.
Yeah, like I said earlier, I don't know, this might awaken something in me.
So we're doing about close to 60 miles an hour right now.
That's awesome. Feels good. I will say, I've always wanted to do a little wave. The like, hey buddy, wave.
Oh,
you guys
yeah,
always
the
do.
wave.
Yeah, it's like I'm driving in my little hatchback and I'm just like, hey, motorcycle friend. And I'm like, you don't recognize me. I don't belong. Like, I am not one of you.
So, do you know why bikers do the peace sign like that?
I don't.
So, when you point to another biker and it looks like you're doing the peace sign, you're actually taking your two fingers and it's a symbol. You're saying 2 wheels down. And it's kind of like a little, they call it like a little biker prayer. Like, hey man, keep 2 wheels down. This is like my gift to you. So it's kind of like
I just got chills.
I know, right? I always thought it was just a peace sign, and then other people are like, no, 2 wheels down. Like, people say rubber down, keep it between the mustard and the mayo, the lines. It's awesome.
That's
I love
cool.
when I first started like learning about the motorcycling culture and the little fun things that we do. I was like, that makes so much sense, and it makes me feel like so happy when I get the wave back from other people. Sometimes I just do that.
It's like, hi buddy, what's up friend? Yeah.
So it's funny because a lot of my subscribers and stuff live in Europe or overseas where they drive on the other side of the road. And so they're like, we can't do the wave, so we do the nod because you're looking at people passing you on this side.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. I never thought about that. So obviously your newer road glide is, you know, what won you over and, you know, changed the trajectory of Appa's destiny. And I can imagine, you know, there's a smoother ride or there's just more things about the newer bike that have a lot of, you know, oomph to it.
The biggest thing that I loved about the newer motorcycle is how much lighter it is. I obviously knew what I was getting into when I bought my Road Glide. Like, this is one of the heaviest motorcycles you can buy, and I was like, you know what, I don't care, it's a touring bike, we're gonna be on the highway, it'll be fine. And then I rode the newer ones and I was like, wow, this does literally everything I need it to do, but it's like, I don't even know, like 30 or 40 pounds lighter, which doesn't sound like a lot, but
I mean, that adds up.
It makes a huge difference.
Yeah, this feels very natural to me. Like, I definitely have that sense of excitement and like, yeah, I'm tickled pink to be on this bike right now, but you know, I've had all the faith in the world in this motorcycle trip, like this motorcyclist, like, come on. And there's nobody else I'd rather be on the back of a bike with, man. I mean, this is so cool. And it just feels so, I mean, God, you've been doing this for what? Better part of 10 years now?
Yeah, I've been riding for just about 9 years, and I've been, you know, making YouTube videos for almost 5. And this is the very first time, like, you've been on the channel, and because it is, like, I try to keep my family separate from a lot of the things, and here's the honest truth, other than my mom currently, no one else in my family rides a motorcycle. And so that's why it was so weird when I first started riding, and a lot of my family was kind of like, are you for real? Like, is this a joke?
Like, okay, like, where did this come from?
We're just gonna try something new. A lot of people have, like,
it in the family, right? Where it's like, oh, my dad rode, oh, my uncle rode, oh, my great-great-grandpappy rode, you know?
Right.
But, no, first of a generation, I think it's the coolest thing.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. And I even said, like, my mom, you know, when I told her that I was gonna learn how to ride a motorcycle, she, like, physically recoiled. It looked like I just smacked her across the face, and I was like, whoa, dude, like, I'm sorry, are you that upset? And she's like, do you not know that's been my life dream, is to ride my own motorcycle? I'm like, what? No.
What do you mean?
You've never told me that. And she's just always been a mom. Like, that's been her career, her whole life, is just making sure her damn kids survived. So
right. Hey, she did a pretty good job.
I'll get a hair up my ass and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go do something, and I don't think about it, I just do it. And sometimes it really does bite me in the ass, like buying a toy hauler and all of these things, or new cars, new motorcycles, and I'm just like, I should have thought that through a little more. And knowing myself, I know that I get excited, and I'm an impulse buyer.
Oh yeah.
So
I'll tell you right
now, really worried that I was doing that when I was learning how to ride. She's about to take her very first cross-country road trip and head all the way out and see everything from the Midwest to the West to the Northwest, all the way down, and potentially cut back across. But she's taking like a full month, and she's doing this by herself, living off the land, living out of her car, and I'm proud of her. This is something that I feel like everyone in their mid-20s should have the opportunity to do.
Absolutely. And, you know, this is my first time out west. This is not my first road trip, though, because I did do this, you know, back in the end of the world times. I had just gone through a whole lot of life changes. You know, I had graduated college. I, found myself in some newfound freedom in several different domains of life. And I thought, man, like, life sucks right now. And I looked at my car and I thought, you know what would be so cool? Just like packing that thing up and leaving. And it was a month from that first thought to the day that I departed. And I was gone for a full 30 days. And, I stayed close to home. It was, October of 2020, so most of the world was still pretty shut down. But, I just planned little by little. I was like, I want to be dispersed. I want to be in the mountains. I want to get away. I want to disconnect. And it was scary. It was so hard. And it was stressful. And God, I probably gave my parents absolute aneurysms every time I left without service. But it was by far
we're going to get away, Tabby. Are you ready?
Oh, let's go. I'm ready.
Okay.
What's up, buddy?
You got your first biker wave.
Yay! Yay! I'm part of the club.
Well, I think some of like the number one thing that's you got to know, and the things that you're going to learn so fast is like, first of all, you're doing this at probably the best time in the existence of human beings. We have cell phones, we have emergency phone calls, we have, you know, cars, gas container. Like there's always going to be something that could happen, but you're in such a better societal standard now where you can just easily call someone and get some help or stuff like that. And then I think you're quickly going to learn how massive this country is.
Oh, trust me. I think, you know, I've driven to Philadelphia a time or two. I've gone to Milwaukee several times. I've driven all the way down to Georgia, you know, on my own. And that's pretty fast. You know, that's an 11-hour drive, give or take. And I know that my first destination is 18 hours away. And that's not even halfway across the country. So I am ready to really just be a slave to my vehicle for the next month, but it's that very vehicle that's going to take me everywhere I want to go. And boy, if I thought the Blue Ridge Mountains were beautiful, I can't wait to see the Tetons and Rockies and everything out west has to offer. I know I've only barely seen this beautiful country, and you know, the earth is about the best part about it, so I'm just going to enjoy everything about it. I'm stoked, man.
It is. And you know what is so funny? I feel like if you're anything like me, which by the way we talk, I think my audience is going to agree that you can tell we're sisters.
Oh yeah.
But I feel like you're going to do all these travels and see all these incredible things in this beautiful country, and then you're going to come home and have this newfound like love for Ohio. And that's what I do every single time. You know, people talk so much crap about this state, and I'm like, dude, I love this little hobbit town so much. FYI, if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm taking these corners very, very slow because there is a lot of gravel. Like, see all that gravel there? That is like ice for motorcyclists.
Right.
So a lot of people, when you're in a corner like that, you can just whoop, and the tires go out from under you. So when I'm doing this, you always try to stay in the tire tracks because they're a little clearer, and just slow down. Like, you don't have to drop a knee to make a corner. So if you were wondering, that's why I'm going nice and slow around some of these corners. Oh, hi, puppy.
Hi.
He's a pretty boy or girl. I didn't look. God, like, I'm just really like, where the hell did all this damn gravel come from? I literally, like, I tell everybody, I'm like, I have GPS, and I try to watch the weather. You know, it's not safe to ride in uncertain weather, but other than that, like, just do it. You know, the worst that could happen is you crash, which obviously that is the worst thing that could happen, but you never know what you're going to experience, what you're going to find. Sometimes I'll go out on one of my adventures, and I'm like, yep, this wasn't for me, but at least I know now.
Yeah, and I even thought to myself, you know, so long as I make it out unscathed and, you know, get back to my family and my puppy, I've done it. I've done it. Like, there is no failure in this. And, you know, I am going to be trekking my 2010 up the side of several mountainsides, which I've done in the past, but again, she's aged 4 years since then. And, you know, worst comes to worst, I'll catch a flight home and buy a new car.
Yeah, I've had that exact same thought before a couple times where I'm like, well, if this is how it ends, at least I, you know, can just go home and buy a new car or something, or a new bike.
Right.
Alrighty, we are gonna sit here for quite a while and make sure that there's nobody coming. Now we get to follow a cool little fox body too. Alright.
Yeah, buddy! Woo! Let's fucking go! Oh, that's the shit.
Isn't that like the most addicting feeling?
Oh, it really is, man. Hell yeah. It's that G-force that you feel, man. It shoves you back in your seat. Oh.
Yeah, it's really, and it's so funny because, like, as a rider, you know, you have to like hold on to the handlebars, and luckily I have a big fairing, a big windshield up here, so it's not too bad. But when you're on a bike with no fairing, you're literally like, ah!
You're like, brave the wind.
Yeah, this is awesome. So obviously we were talking to you guys about Tabby and I. So she's 10, you're 9 years younger than me.
Yes.
And when Avatar: The Last Airbender was filming, or are airing on Nickelodeon. It was when she was like an actual kid. I was
the target audience.
Yes.
Yeah, I was literally watching. I mean, we both were watching it come out weekly.
Yep.
Probably one of the most foundational and impactful TV shows there ever was.
So yeah, obviously when I started having the idea of turning my road glide into Appa, Tabby was just like, oh my god, it's the coolest thing, I love it so much. And yeah, she definitely, I think it was the day I actually posted about selling this motorcycle, she's like, no, you got to take me for a ride before you sell it. And I was like, okay.
Oh yeah, and you know, when you decaled this and like really made it your Appa, like, I mean, it's more than just a name for a bike. Like, this is your guardian. Like, this is your travel companion. This is the one that is going to keep you safe and take you places that you would never have gone otherwise. And it's just the coolest little, you know, parallel, I think.
Yeah, that's exactly how it felt too. You know, I didn't know what I was doing. This was a big, heavy, scary, expensive motorcycle, and I was like, am I really ready for this? And then just the places that we've gone and the trust that I've had in this bike, I was like, yeah, this is my Appa boy. He's my, what do they call it? It's like Aang's animal guide, and this is like my moto guide. I see a deer.
See it? See deer?
Yeah, it's out in the field. It's behind the trees now. It's out there.
Bye-bye. Oh, there you are. Oh, it's over the baby. Oh.
I'm just like waiting for the comments. Like, people are totally gonna be like, yeah, that's your sister.
Dude, oh my god, every time that you're on your channel and you're like, oh, it's a little puppy dog, I'm like, that. Yep, that's me.
We can't not make noise.
Oh my god, yeah, that's, I mean, everything about the Avatar stuff, I mean, come on, how often are we?
Editing Jess, insert clip. That's just, I love it. I'm so happy that your very first motorcycle ride is on my big boy and my favorite boy and
Appa. And to whoever will eventually obtain this majestic beast, it is forever Appa. You can get rid of the decals. You can do whatever you want with it. I don't care. Except for I'm gonna be so sad. No, but you know.
I know. I've struggled with, like, am I really doing this? Am I really giving him away? And every time I ride this bike, I'm like, oh, I love it so much. And then I hop on the new bike, and I'm like, it really is just better. And that's not to say I don't like discredit all of the relationships and like the memories that I've built with this motorcycle, but the new bike really is just better. Like, Harley knocked it out of the park. Whether or not you like the way it looks, I don't care. The actual ride is just a 1,000,000% more enjoyable.
Exactly. And when it boils down to it, you know, you have had such an amazing experience and time on this motorcycle. It served its purpose for you. And, you know, that's how technology works. You know, you found something that is very similar and it's literally just a newer model of the same bike that, you know, upgrade. You know, that's just how it goes. I was definitely devastated and I was like, you can't get rid of Appa. But then I was like, ooh, give me Appa. No, but, you know, it is, you know, when we boil it down, it's a bike. It's a bike. And
it's a motorcycle.
You got so much amazing time on it.
Oh, I don't want to park it there again. Dad just came outside and yelled at me. He's like, don't do that again.
Hey, I thought that was like a special feature, like, oh, you park your bike right here.
I'm so sorry, honey.
What hole? I don't know what you're talking about.
Put a little Band-Aid over it. You did it.
I did it.
What'd you think?
I did it. I rode the bike. When can I do it again?
I know, right? It's exactly the feeling. He's a good boy. I love him very much. Well, thank you so much for trusting me and going on this ride with me.
Thank you for having me, and Appa is an amazing guide. He is a wonderful ride. One last final yip.
I know, I love it. Yeah, well, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed meeting my younger sister, and let's leave a comment down below if you think Tabby should go get her motorcycle license and learn how to ride a bike.
I think I should. Hey, thanks for being here for our spiritual journey. I know we went a lot of different places, and you know, this is how our conversations go usually. We're just like la-di-da here and there, and then let's talk about our existence in the world. So
yeah, and then lots of giggling, and then we go And cut.
Well, if you guys made it this far in the video, that means Appa is officially gone. I no longer have that motorcycle. Thank you to everyone who reached out and was inquiring about purchasing the bike, but he is no longer with me. Tabby got to experience her very first and last ride on that motorcycle, and this is a memory that I'm gonna cherish forever. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. We have a lot of really fun stuff coming to the channel, so if you haven't done so yet, please hit the subscribe button. We're trying to hit 200,000 subscribers over here on the Her Two Wheels YouTube channel. And until my next one, as always, you be good, and I'll see you later.